Rock Doc is a documentary that addresses the issue of the relationship between music marketing and race. It's also just a showcase of black rock and roll musicians. Basically what happened when I made this movie, I set out to answer the question, how do black people and rock music become separated? Because I think it is. You know, like when you turn on TV or listen to the radio, the black musicians are doing hip-hop or R&B, and the rock musicians are not black. Black people and rock music are like just two separate things. They don't cross usually, unless you really look for it. But I mean, so many people just take what's given to them passively, that it creates that perception that, what, black people don't do rock? What is that? That's so strange. So far I've interviewed Living Colour, interviewed TV on the Radio, and Death. They're an old punk rock band from the 70s from Detroit. Also high school students, to get the kids' perspective. I think they were kind of representative of what I thought the population in general was, which was like the white kids, they like rock and roll and hip-hop music. Whereas like the black kids were really not feeling anything but hip-hop. I can relate to this more than all that rock stuff. That's one of the main motivating factors for me making this movie. I think it is a racism, but it's self-imposed. A lot of black people don't think they should be listening to that college indie rock, or even want to participate in that kind of music. I mean, it's the same thing I dealt with. Why do you listen to all that white boy shit? Nobody wants to deal with that. I'm definitely not trying to say that the black community is closed-minded or anything. My hopes are that I can get interviews with a few more famous people just to give it a more wide appeal, a wider audience. I would love to get Ice-T. You've got a black musician who's known for being a rapper, which is, expected for black musicians, but he's also been in the world of metal. You had a straight up metal band. Maybe even Jack White, because he has such a blues influence. For interviews, I would love to get Prince. I just want to distribute it. I didn't start this movie to show it to my friends in my living room. I want this to get out. I mean, maybe like art house theaters. Hopefully show some, maybe some black teenager in the theater or watching TV, whoever gets to see this movie, like, hey, yeah, I could do any kind of music. It doesn't have to be this. It doesn't have to be this tunnel vision that, record labels want to put out there.
It's music. It affects you on an emotional level. It's basically anything that's making us feel completely elated or completely miserable.
There's good music out there, and I just wanted to, put it out there that there are, it's happening. There are black people involved in this, but you're never going to hear about it usually unless, someone tells you about it, or, it's not going to be on NBC Christmas special or something.
Now, the neighborhood didn't take too kindly to that because everybody was doing Earth, Wind, and Fire, and Motown, Isley Brothers, and stuff like that. And here we come with the Stones, the Who, Alice Cooper, the MC5, Led Zeppelin. When we would play our stuff loud, we kind of met with some initial rejection. The madder they got at us for playing rock and roll, the meaner we drove into it. Because that was our attitude. Okay, you want to get mad at us because we playing rock and roll? We're going to drive it hard.